boys and girls. Welcome to 5-Minute Stories Campfires Edition. My name is Miss Ashley and I am the youth librarian at the Port Charlotte Public Library. Today I have a really fun story to share with you about the bluebird and the coyote. Did you know that the bluebird wasn't always blue? Nope, she was white as a dove. So many moons ago, Bluebird was flying through the forest. And she looked down on this big, beautiful, sparkling blue lake, and she thought to herself, I would love to be as blue and beautiful as that lake down there. And she decided to offer up a prayer to Grandfather Sky. And she said, Grandfather Sky, would it be possible to make me as blue as that beautiful blue lake? And Grandfather Sky heard her prayer and answered with a song. And so he gave her this beautiful song that she would sing every day, and he instructed her to sing her song as she flew over the forest and then dive down into the lake with a big splash and come back up every day. And so she did just that. She circled the forest singing her song about how she wanted to be blue as a sparkling blue lake. And then when she was finished with her song, she dove deep down, splash into the water, and came back up. And every single day she repeated it over and over. And you must admit, that might be pretty strange to the other animals in the forest. And it didn't go unnoticed. Coyote watched her do it every single day until the 5th day she sang her song, completed her circle around the forest, and then dove deep down into the water. And on this day, unlike all the others, when she surfaced and she came out and spread her wings, they were as blue as the beautiful shimmering waters. And Coyote was just so surprised. Wow, he said, I would like to be blue like the bluebird too. And so he called out to the bluebird, Mr. Bluebird, Miss Bluebird, come down and talk to me. And she floated down happily in her blue feathers. And Coyote said, how can I be as blue as you are? And she shared her song with him, and she told him to run around the forest as fast as he could every single day and dive into the water after singing the song. And so he did it. He ran around the forest, making all the other animals very confused. And then when he got to the end, he dove into the lake, came back out, and did it again the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that, and then another day, until the 5th day, he completed his circle around the forest, dove as high as he could, and splashed into the waters, held his breath for as long as he could until he swam back up to the surface, and when he got out of the water, he was as blue as a bluebird. Can you imagine how silly he looked with his blue fur and his blue tail? Well, he didn't think so. He thought that he was the prettiest thing going, and he wanted to make sure everybody saw. So he was strutting through the forest until he came to a road and thought, oh, I should go see the people who walk on 2 legs. I'll show them my beautiful tail, and then they will worship me. But as he was going, he had his head up high, his nose up high in the air, all prideful as can be, and he wasn't watching where he was going until, boom, he smacked right into a tree. And after he smacked into the tree, he rolled down into a ditch and fell into a big mud puddle. And do you know what happened? When he came out of that mud puddle, he thought, oh no, my big beautiful fur is all ruined. I better go clean it in the lake. And when he went back to the lake, he splashed in there and he shook his fur, shook all that mud out of his fur, and came back up. And Bluebird said, oh, Coyote, what happened to your coat? And Coyote looked down and realized he wasn't blue anymore. He was a dark, ruddy brown, just like the mud puddle he had fallen in. And he realized that he had been so proud of his fur that he hadn't been paying attention, and he lost it because now he was a muddy brown. And to this day, all coyotes are muddy brown to remind them of the error of pride. And that's the end of the story. It's very true. Lots of us have things that we can be super proud of, but we must always remember that everyone is special in their own way, and that it isn't good to push it on other people. So always remember to be humble, and to be humble is to be respectful of others. Until next time, happy reading!